What up, Wolves? Blade Master here, back with some more Total War tournament action. And this is the second round, the first match of the second round in Attila the Great's tournament. I'm fighting up against Minot, a rookie in the TWR, fresh recruit from the TWR clan. And in the three picks that we took were, the three picks that I took were Egypt, Galatia, and I believe Tillis. I'm not completely sure. This was played quite a while ago. And the three picks that he took were B.A.E.R, Rome, and I'm not sure about the last one which he picked. But this first game was going to be a Egypt versus Rome matchup for the Nemerisena. And this is the build that I was kind of hyping you guys about in the past couple of videos. This is the B.A.E.R build, B.A.E.R. It's not Winnie the Pooh's B.A.E.R. That stands for Badass Egyptian Rush build. I really like this build. I hadn't lost with this at the time of playing this. I've lost once with this build, and I've won like 10 or 12 times against some really good opponents too. So I think this is a very good build. What is the B.A.E.R build? It's got 4 Citizen Cav. It's got 2 Levi-Thuria Spears on the extreme flanks. It's got a total of 5 Carrion Axemen, a front line of 5 Thorax Swordsmen, and 1 Royal Thorax Swordsman General. Finally, 1 Sobek Cultist and 1 Side Chariot. So you can see there are just a ton of units. The units are just spread across the map like crazy. Just from the tactical map, you can see that my opponent is already forced to try and fan out just to try and face this incredible width in terms of units. So there's a ton of numbers in units, one. And the second thing is there's a ton of javelins too. It's pretty similar to my Lusitani no-cav build that I showed a long time ago, in that there are a lot of units that can perform the dual role of peltas as well as being pretty decent infantry units. In the latest patch, Carrion Axemen got peltas range and ammunition. So them along with Levi-Thuria Spears, which are a very good unit for how cheap they are. 380 talents with square formation, discipline, and formation attack. Not to mention 20 bonus versus large. Makes them a very, very useful unit to bring. Just like Thuria Spears, but just cheaper. Also, you have a front line of Thorax Swords and a Royal Thorax Swordsman General. You can put a Royal Peltist instead of these guys. But I took a Royal Thorax Swordsman for this matchup for a special reason. I'll let you guys know later. But this front line basically is going to be, it's not going to win you the match, but it's going to be able to do decent enough against most factions, and against the more sword heavy factions like Rome, you have the ability to pop shield wall in all of them, and then they'd be able to hold on for a longer time while your excess units on the flanks will collapse onto the center and then just shower their javelins behind. And if that doesn't work, you have the most infantry cutting tool known to man, the side chariots over here. And one good thing about having your units deploy in this giant blob, which I think is pretty crucial for winning with this badass Egyptian rush build, putting your units into a huge blob will basically ensure that you would be able to catch almost all of your opponent's units. And once they're caught, they can't throw any javelins. On top of that, you have 4 citizen cav that you will be using to circle around and then catch the enemy's cavalry, and that by that you would have eliminated any sort of counter to your side chariots, and then after that your side chariots can take care of utilize any gap and then just plow through the rear of your enemy's main line, while your thorax swordsmen are in shield wall and absorbing all their their attack. And finally, you have a Sobek Cultist behind to provide that fear effect. So while your chariots pass through behind them, there'll be a great fear effect that will be applied on your opponent's army, while there's a lot of kills, while they're suffering a lot of casualties because of your side chariots. And even if your side chariots do get caught and get killed, you have so many units behind these Carrion Axemen who can just start showering javelins, as you can see over here, and these Levi-Thurias who can do the same thing. And once your enemy just catches your Thorax Swordsman, all you need to do is turn around with your Carrion Axeman and then start showering javelins in their back, which will be super deadly. So let's see how it goes. I'm playing against Minot, and he's taken Rome. He's taken a lot of Praetorian Guard and Armored Legionaries in his army. You can see my 3 Carrion Axemen and 1 Levi-Thurias are just showering these Praetorian Guard with javelins. He's also brought a mix of Praetorian Guard and Armored Legionaries, total of 4 units to my 6. And 1 Praetorian Guard on the flank, 1 Gladiator behind them, a total of 4 Legionary Cav, or 3 no, 4 legionary cav, 1 war dogs unit, and 3 velites. These velites can be very, a huge game changer in this game, because they can possibly kill my side chariots, and if they do, my thorax swordsmen don't really stand a chance unless I can shower some javelins onto the rears of those armored legionaries. Now he's going to come in, charge in with his Praetorian Guard onto my carrion axeman, which is a very good move. But I have a Levi spear over here, which will start firing their javelins on these legionary cavalry, and some of them are throwing javelins onto that Equator unit here. His Praetorian Guard have engaged my main line, and the reason why I brought these Royal Thorax Swordsmen and not a Royal Peltast is because Royal Thorax Swordsmen are a much more defensive unit than Royal Peltasts. Royal Peltasts are great when you're going up against a similar Hellenic faction, where they can just chop through Thorax Swordsmen and Mercenary Samnite Warriors, but against a specialist infantry unit like Lusitani or Rome, where the Praetorian Guard will just outmatch them in terms of melee in any case, you want a unit that's just a much better holding force. So that's why I brought Royal Thorax Swordsmen. They've got great melee defense, good armor, very good health and base morale, so they'll be able to last for a while. So I popped them and the rest of my Thorax Swordsmen onto shield wall. My carrion axemen are starting to waver here because his Praetorian Guard got into them. But while he's attacking this carrion axeman in the rear, I'm pulling away with one of my other carrion axemen, and then they'll start firing javelins onto their rear. Meanwhile, I've caught some of his legionary cavalry and his equites with my citizen cav, and here you can see I'm just going with a very coordinated attack here. His velites are able to lose one volley. I don't think any of it even hit my side chariots, but now my citizen cav on either flank is just going to destroy them. I've gotten into his velites, and that's just going to be a huge game changer. So far, side chariots have got 35 kills. They've just plowed through that one gap, and already a single experience chevron. This is just a perfect situation for my side chariots. They're just going to plow through the backs of these Praetorian Guard, all the while my Sobek cultists aren't really positioned in the right place. But they are going to provide a crucial fear effect. Along with that, I've got a Warcry General, and my opponent has used the whip ability too, so they are going to be pretty tired as well. So all those morale penalties are going to affect them very soon. 180 kills, double experience chevron on my side chariot so far. My my carrion axemen are getting engaged by his gladiators. That's a very good engagement for them. But I've just got some more Levi spears that can fire javelins here. My citizen cav have caught some of his legionary cavalry, and the rest have killed off his velites. And here I've just got some extra units that can always just keep firing javelins. And carrion axemen can be very good units very late game, because their axes have that armor penetration that can really destroy these heavily armored late game units heavily armored elite units like Praetorian Guard. 225 kills with my side chariots. Make no mistake, this is going to be the MVP of this match for sure. My opponent's infantry center is crumbling, and now that they're going to attack these armored legionaries and Praetorian Guard in the rear, along with this Sobek cultist over here, it's just going to be far too much for my opponents. Even though they're some of the best infantry in the game, Praetorian Guard are probably the best infantry in the game, along with armored legionaries, which are very, very strong as well. They're just going to succumb to consecutive morale and fatigue penalties that has been applied in this game, along with the tons of kills that my chariots have got so far. 282 kills. I don't think, they've lost only one unit so far. Armored legionaries with 40 men wavering, just about ready to collapse, and the extra numbers that I was talking about is going to help out here. My Levi Thorias are going to come in for a rear charge on those Praetorian Guard, and that along with my chariots, and you can see here these Levi Thorias are just firing into the backs of those Praetorian Guard, not getting a lot of kills. They were a bit too far away. My center is starting to crumble. Of course, you can't really expect Thorax Swordsmen to hold the line for too long against Praetorian Guard and armored legionaries, but it's done the job. My side chariots have got 289 kills so far. My citizen cav have killed off his velites, and they're killing off the rest of his legionary cav. My Royal Thorax Swordsman hasn't done anything so far, only 48 kills, and they've almost been completely destroyed. His general and bodyguard unit have only 10 units left. Again, this is a big flaw in my a potential flaw in my build. You just need to watch out about that. These Thuria spears just showered javelins into this general vicinity and killed off a lot of my chariots in the process. So you need to be a little bit aware of that. You should use your side chariots solely to plow through the center of your opponent's army, and use your extreme numbers on the flanks to win you the flank battle. Anyways, guys, yeah, let's actually, before I end this video, let's take a look at the stats. 350 kills on my side chariots, a quadruple experience chevron with them. They did brilliantly. They definitely helped me win this match. My thorax swordsman didn't do too much. Couldn't expect them to do too much. My royal thorax, on the other hand, also didn't do too much. But the fact of the matter is, his Praetorian Guard could have destroyed this army if it weren't for these side chariots. And if my side chariots got destroyed by his velites, I could always try and count on my Carrion Axemen and my Levi Thurias to, turn around and then fire at these Praetorian Guards' rear, which could have also helped a lot in, helping me win this game. Sobek cultists are a huge boost to this Egyptian build, I think, because combine them with side chariots and you've got basically the effect of an elephant, but not the downsides of an elephant, aka it running amok all the time. Anyways, guys, that's the end of this battle. Hope you enjoyed it and stay tuned for more. Peace.